Hi, my name is Arlene Martinez from My Sangre Latina. It's a pleasure to have you guys here today. Let's talk about Motorheads. First, I'm going to ask Melissa, do you know anything about Curse before you got in Motorheads? Because
No,
you're an expert.
no, that was my one blind spot. When I first read the script, so much of Caitlin immediately resonated with me. And I think sort of what cooled my anxiety a little at the start is that her relationship with the main car on the show, Unbeaten, it's he sort of it represents her dad more than just like a car. But I didn't know anything about I don't even have my license in real life. So it was definitely very funny and I was very nervous, but I did like a 2 week crash course with the mechanics on the show before we shot so that I, knew how to properly hold tools and make it look like I knew what I was doing. And they taught me how to change tires and little things like that. And they were also on set when it was like garage days, so it was a great help. But no, it was like totally a full blind spot for me.
Natalie, what did attract you about your role as Samantha in Motorhead?
I've never played a mother before, so I think,
Oh,
yeah. And at first I was like, really? They think I can play a mother to teenagers, but biologically it is possible. And I think realizing, as someone who doesn't have kids, realizing that I could tap into that archetype inside of me without having my own kids, I think was something really special.
nice. I'm like, this show is about love, friendship, street racing, and it has because I'm in 6 episodes, and it have a lot of deep topics and things that it get you know involved in the show. What do you think it would be a difference between this young adult drama series compared to other ones out there?
I mean, I feel like there's not a lot of young adult shows about cars, if there is any. I think that that's a very interesting topic. I feel like a good sort of comparison is like something I thought about a lot is like the way that in Friday Night Lights, like the town is really like football culture, and that's really important. I think Motorheads, like the town is really about car culture. So it's not just a show. I mean, it is a young adult show, but it's not just about that. It's about car culture and it's also a mystery and I think it's layered. But yeah, I think the car angle is new and exciting for us.
What do you think about your perspective, Natalie?
I have to admit, I don't watch a lot of young adult series. It's not a genre that I tune into because I passed that era of my life. So I'm kind of still learning with everybody else, but I would agree with Melissa. I think, the fact that, look, there's a really strong message here, in addition to the cars, about small town America. And I think we're at a point in our society where a lot of people are realizing that the cities don't have that sense of community and support and love that you get in a small town. And I think Motorheads is also a love letter to this town of Ironwood that a lot of people in America are going to be able to connect with and say, hey, that feels like my small town. I know a guy like that. Or we have a restaurant like that where we always hang in. And so I'm hoping that that's what makes it stand out from the other young adult series.
What do you think? What you want the audience to get about this series?
I
What
think
you
it's
think?
all about just perseverance in darkness and that found family is just as important as the family you have, especially if the family you have is kind of not all there for one reason or another. And I think it's a very hopeful show. And it's also just, I mean, it's so action packed. It's really fun visually to watch.
Very nice. But for time to wrap it up, and I just want to congratulate you guys to be on it. I love the show so far, and also the diversity. I know you, Natalie, you are born in Peru, if I'm correct, and Melissa, your parents are Boricuas,
Yeah.
and soy puertorriqueña, un placer. So I'm glad got some diversity too on the show, and we see more of that in TV now. So it's always refreshing to see that us for Latinos. So I'm glad and I love it. And thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Gracias, Arlene.
Bye, gracias.
Adiós.
Bye.